Today in this video, we're going to go over the 8 myths about Manhattan, Kansas, and what you can expect whenever you move here. What's going on, everybody? Kyle Powers here with Haven Real Estate Group at Keller Williams One Legacy Partners. K-State grad, turned contractor, turned real estate agent and investor. If you haven't done so already, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Go ahead and hit that little bell so you get notified of any future content. And give us that like just because it helps us out with the channel. If you're moving here to Manhattan, Kansas, and you have any questions about buying or selling real estate or anything along those lines in this area, give us a call. You can find me at kyle@homesforsalemhk.com, or you can also shoot me a text or give me a call at 785-477-5485. We're going to start with the number one myth that I see quite often is everybody in this town is a farmer and they drive a truck. Not true. Not true at all. Yes, those are there. And yes, I've had traffic jams in the middle of town with a combine or a tractor or something like that. I will give you that. But the biggest thing I will tell you is that this is a wonderful town for young professionals. This is a wonderful town for small businesses, whether it be a contractor, a golf pro, you name it. There's all kinds of different professions in this area. Again, yes, we are in a farm community, so yes, all the surrounding areas, we have a lot of fields and farm equipment, but not everybody here drives a truck and not everybody here is a farmer. Now, there are a lot of trucks, yes, but they're all not being used for farm. There's a lot of different industries in this town, and that's one of the beautiful things of living here in Manhattan, is there is so much diversity while still having that small town feel of being able to do and express yourselves here. So that's number one myth. Number two myth, whenever I hear from people coming here, oh my gosh, there's nothing to do here. Not true, not true at all. We've got all kinds of K-State games, whether it's football, basketball, baseball, volleyball, you name it. Obviously, K-State tailgating is near and dear to my heart. Been going there for 16 years now, tailgating wise. All kinds of outdoor activities. If you are curious about that one, you can check out one of our other videos. But there's all kinds of hiking and biking, and there's skydiving here. There's all kinds of activities that you can do out and about in the community, whether it be at the lakes and out camping or boating, just going out and downtown and having a little bit of nightlife and stuff. There's a lot of activities that you can do, family oriented and nightlife or young professional oriented as well. So don't be afraid to kind of check out and explore some of those things, because there is a ton of stuff to do here and would highly recommend it. I've gone out, actually literally this weekend, my family and I, my kids and I went out with some friends, and we went out camping at Tuttle Creek Lake. It was a great time. We just packed up, loaded up, had fire and just camped for the whole weekend. And we sat out there and we swam, and the kids had a blast. So I would definitely recommend checking out any of the activities that we've got here. Definitely a good spot, or something that you need to pay attention to. Number three, we're in the middle of nowhere. Yes, we're smack dab in the middle of Kansas. I'll give you that. But I will also tell you that we are so close to everything. We are 2 hours to Kansas City if you really need a city. And in Kansas City, it's Kansas City. You know, you've got the barbecue, you've got the Chiefs, the Royals, whatever it is. Still a very close drive to everything. Wichita, you can go down to Wichita if you want something different than Kansas City. Don't know if I'd recommend it, but you could also go out to Salina if you wanted to go there. But the other thing is too, you're still a quick, it's probably a 6 to 8 hour drive to get to the mountains, at least to get to the foot of the mountains there in Colorado. So you're driving there versus having to fly and carrying a board or carrying your skis or carrying anything like that. You can throw it in the back of that truck that your farmers are driving and drive it all the way to Colorado and enjoy it. Done it many times and it's a blast. I would highly recommend doing that too. And then you're still close to going down to Oklahoma or Texas, or go up north to Nebraska or any of the Dakotas. It's still a quick drive. More times than not, you're less than a day drive from just about anywhere that you want to get. Obviously, if you start going up to Maine and going to those drives, it's a little different story, but you can do it. Again, not my cup of tea, because I'm not one that likes driving at night. I'm go until about 9 o'clock and then I'm done. I don't want to sleep in the car. But you're close to everything. That's the beauty of it. You're close to everything. You're close to anything that you may want to be in. Omaha's another one. I went up to the College World Series a couple of years ago, and it was a quick drive up there. So we are not in the middle of nowhere, is what I would tell you. We're actually close to everything, closer than what it is from like California to New York. It's kind of a duh question or a duh statement, I know, but still, We're in the middle of the country. We're okay. Number 4 myth that I see or hear a lot of is we're hard to get to. Not true. Again, not true. We've got interstate system running right by Manhattan. We're about, I think, 5 to 10 miles off of the interstate. So you're hitting I-70, whether you're going out to or going past I-70 on exit 313, east or west. It's a quick, easy drive to hop on that and you jump on to go to Kansas City, or again, jump on to go to Colorado. We're close to a lot of major roads that you are going through or going close to the proximity of Manhattan. So that's something you can pay attention to. Another big one is we have the Manhattan Airport. All right, we have, I think it's American Airlines flies into Manhattan, flies in and out of Manhattan a couple times a day. And it's a great airport. We've just had a huge addition done to it. And don't quote me on this, but I'm pretty sure the runway was just extended. And there's all kinds of neat things that have been done to this airport to make it more user-friendly or more local-friendly, to where you can actually hop on a flight, head to Dallas, head to Chicago for pretty cheap, realistically, and still able to go do those things. So you can get, and if you don't know Dallas or Chicago, those are pretty big hubs that all you got to do is hop on a flight to those two places. Parking's free at Manhattan Airport, by the way, unless they've changed it depending on when you watch this video. But last I checked, parking is free at Manhattan Airport, so you don't have to pay that extra $100 or whatever it is after you get home from going on vacation and enjoying yourself there. So Manhattan is actually very easy to get to, and I would definitely tell you that it is not a hard place to get to. Number 5, Manhattan's only a college town. Why would I want to move there? Not true. Again, you're going to hear me say that a lot in this video. I have lived in Manhattan, Kansas for 16 years. I've been through every which way you can think about it. I've been here as a college student, loved it. I've been here as a young professional, loved that as well. I've been here as a family person and am enjoying that one as well. And I've been here as a small business person. There are all kinds of community development and community projects with people local to this town, not college kids. Okay, so that's the beauty of living in Manhattan, is you will see it everywhere. You'll see shop local. Make sure you support your local businesses. Make sure you support your small businesses. Make sure you have that community feel to it. And that's what I've said in a lot of my videos. The beauty of Manhattan is we are a big, small town. Don't get me wrong, we still have the Walmarts, the Home Depots, the Menards, and all that stuff. But the beauty of it is we have the local dress shops. We have the local shoe shops. We have the local restaurants and breweries and everybody that's local, and they succeed. They do really well. If you're doing good business, the community will rally behind you and make sure that they support you in everything that you're doing, to make sure that we keep you and make sure that we are, supporting your families, your kids' baseball teams and football teams, and making sure that we're supporting you as a local business. And you're going to get that push back all the way around. And that's a huge push for Manhattan, is shopping local. So what I will tell you is that it's not just a college town. Don't get me wrong, it's really great having here and having K-State here, because there's still a lot of people, there's a lot of alumni that still come back on a weekly, monthly, quarterly basis just because they miss Manhattan, just because we have that opportunity on that part of it. The other thing that's just moved in is NBAF, the National Bio-Agro-Defense Facility. That's brought in a lot of other businesses and a lot of other positions, a lot of other things that you can actually be on the lookout for. But I will tell you, it is one of the best things about Manhattan is that it's not only a college town. There's such a strong local community of supporting the local businesses and supporting each other in this piece of it. And I will tell you, going through COVID, through all of this, it was absolutely amazing to see the amount of support and the amount of love that this community poured into its small businesses that weren't able to stay open, like the big box stores and things like that. So that was a really great thing for me to witness in our town here. So that is one of the biggest things. That's not only for college kids. It is wonderfully for retirees, families, young professionals, you name it. I would put an argument out there that says that we can support you and whatever your needs may be. Military is a big one. Number 6, Manhattan, Kansas, and Kansas in general, that we are flat. Again, absolutely not true. We have the Flint Hills. There's all kinds of absolutely amazing views running through the Flint Hills, and there's hiking trails that keep you will keep you on your toes. There's running trails that'll keep you guys kind of huffing and puffing, at least I know it does for me. But that's the thing, is Manhattan's not flat. I will tell you, once you get past Salina, yeah, okay, maybe it starts getting flat. But I will tell you, in Manhattan, I was just talking to a friend of mine today. He was like, I live 2 hours away from here, and I was amazed of how much hills and cliffs and things like that we have in Manhattan that he didn't even realize until he actually moved up here. So that was one of the things that I will tell you, is Manhattan's not flat. So don't worry if you're coming in from out of Kansas. I guarantee you it is not as flat as what you think it is. So Manhattan will be enjoyable, and I know you will enjoy it here. Number 7 is cost of living is high. This one, I will give you this. So we are high compared to the rest of the small towns and all the little stuff around Manhattan, Kansas. But I will tell you from looking at the numbers and looking at that stuff, and I have videos too, by the way, if you want to check out other costs. I have another cost of living video for you to check out. But I will tell you, we are high compared to even Wichita, but a lot of the small towns around us, it's small town America. I mean, you have to expect, like, you know, finding a house for 50 grand in Manhattan, it's probably going to be a dump and needs a lot, probably $120,000 worth of work to put into it. But then you compare it to Los Angeles or San Francisco or New York or, you know, Tampa or any of the major cities out there, I guarantee you that we're going to cut you in half as far as what your payments will be. I actually have some clients of mine just this year that we sold at my house. He's like, I really don't like, I want to cut my house and my payment down quite a bit. And he was like, okay. Or I told him, I said, okay, let's get this then. And so we found him a bigger house, more square footage, bigger yard, bigger everything that way. And it was half the cost. It was half the cost of it. He was coming up from Texas. So I will guarantee you that if you talk to a bunch of local Kansas locals, yeah, Manhattan's going to be high. But they haven't lived in Colorado. They haven't lived in California. They haven't lived in New York. They haven't lived in Texas. They don't know the cost of living prices that you're going to see, because we are going to be substantially lower than anything that you've got over there. So cost of living is high for surrounding areas, but not as high compared to surrounding states. Number 8, final myth to debunk on this list here. You have to be a diehard K-State fan to live here. Yes, it does make your life a lot easier. I will, as being an alum, K-State alum, I will give you that. It makes your life a heck of a lot easier. But I will tell you, my old neighbor, KU fan. Loved the guy. Didn't like his choice in teams, but hey, that is what it is. But he's been here for, I think he said since 87. He'd been in Manhattan since 87, but he was a diehard KU fan. So we have all kinds of stuff. Obviously with military personnel, everybody coming in here, I will tell you that you don't even have to be a Chiefs fan. We literally had, there's a lot of Packers fans that came here, mainly because they became Packers fans once Jordy Nelson became a Packer. Or Green Bay Packers. But that's the thing, is that we are so inviting to everybody in every walk of life and everything there, that it is a really big community of people and a really supportive community of people and businesses and just in general. So yes, it does make your life a little bit easier in Manhattan if you're a diehard K-State fan, but it's not going to make it hard. I can guarantee you that. So I would definitely say, come on back, come to Manhattan, we'll get you taken care of. All right, everybody, that's all I have for you today. I do appreciate you checking out the list of myths from Manhattan, Kansas. If you guys have any questions about buying or selling real estate, please reach out to me. I don't care if you're looking next month or if you're looking next year, give me a call. My number is 785-477-5485. My email is kyle@homesforsalemhk.com. We're here to help. I want to make sure that your transition to Manhattan is a wonderful one and a great one. I really come from a place of giving, and I want to make sure that I educate you as my clients and my potential clients, that you are educated in everything that you're doing. If you haven't done so, check out our other videos as well. There's a lot of great information on those. One last thing, please subscribe to the channel. Go ahead and hit that little bell so you get notified of any future content, and hit us that like button so you can help us out. Have a good one. We'll talk to you guys later.